Hello. I hope the reverberation and the echo doesn't come out and interfere too much with this video. This is a video I started to make and the phone just cut out. There's a very good reason for that, because what I wish to convey in this video, it seems appropriate that we're in a little Catholic chapel. The sort of irony in that is incredible. So let me introduce myself. Let me start by saying hello. That is Asperger's me, libera me, locus iste, os justi. I am Dr. Juan Forfar, and what I am offering or introducing here is an online course that is centered very much around the composer Anton Bruckner. Bruckner, translated into English, means bridge. There's no coincidences with anything. Only today I received an email that said I am Bruckner's herald. Well, that's not my opinion, but I will gladly step into that role. With 39 years behind me of research, and to address what is still very much something today, that being that Bruckner is still the most misunderstood composer. But don't think Bruckner has passed. He is very much still here. That is evident by the sheer increase in the discography that is now available compared to, say, the 1970s. As an example of this, on this very channel, I have put together playlists of about 96% of his works, all from YouTube videos. That shows how much of Bruckner's output is readily available for you to hear for yourself. But what is the message that Bruckner is conveying? That is what this online course is all about. To share with you the message that Bruckner was imparting. He is very much God's composer. His final actions speak volumes to me. And I will share that with you. There is nothing about Bruckner that I cannot explain to you and give you a totally new perspective, but it is far more than that. It is a guide for life. It is a guide to help you find your transcended self, to take you through what is called the dark night of the soul. So if you ever wondered about what is often regurgitated about this counting neurosis, this obsession with trying to find a 16 or 17-year-old wife, which he never did because he wasn't looking for the right caliber of someone that would have supported Bruckner. But had he have found a wife, we would not have had the Sixth Symphony that we have today. The story that he conveys is multi-layered. Now, I don't know of anyone that could say that they have scaled the heights of Mount Everest, been to the deepest depths of the oceans, done parachute jumping, done surfing, you name it, the whole spectrum. In a life experience, you only get a finite time to go through experiences, but the subset that Bruckner went through in his own life experiences imparts something that will really benefit you. So if this is something that will interest you, and it will involve numerology, it will involve etymology, it will involve chronology as much as musicology, but I am no musicologist. But of course, through this series of courses, there'll be a lot of listening to Bruckner, but listening to it in a new way to uncover the message that he is imparting. Why does the finale of the 8th Symphony start the way it does? That can be explained. What is so fantastic about the 5th Symphony? That can also be explained. Why does the 3rd Symphony have quotations of Wagner which was subsequently removed in later revisions? That can also be explained, and so much more. My life in many ways parallels Bruckner. If you know anything of his life, you know that he made a big thing about reaching the age of 40 after going through intensive musical education with first Simon Sector and then Otto Kitzler. I don't have the luxury of those people in my life, but what I do have is what I hear, the message that is being conveyed by Bruckner himself. He really is God's composer, and he is a presence that is still with us today. So if this is something that interests you, and I feel this is something that will benefit you, I invite you to email me at drjuanforfar@gmail.com, all in lowercase. I will put the link in the description, and I look forward and I welcome from hearing from you. The course is basically a template which will be tailored to suit your individual needs and your individual expectations of what you wish to get out of this. Bruckner is my passion. So this is coming from the heart. And it is something I wish to impart, because the message that Bruckner conveys is so powerful. It is beyond anything that has ever been done before. It has now been realized. Within Bruckner there is always structure. I will show you those 4 cornerstones. I will show you the chief cornerstone that forms a pyramid, a metaphorical one. And as for his devout Catholic faith, we'll even address that, and I will show you that it is not the way it has been told. So many times repeated over and over again, all these little things we call idiosyncrasies about his life. How would Bruckner be seen today? Probably as either bipolar or autistic. But Bruckner is a true errand. He went his own way. He surpassed death. He transcended himself. He resurrected. He is still with us, and he still has a message as relevant today as when it was written into the 11 symphonies. But there are far more than 11 symphonies. There are something in the region of 33, written over a 33-year period. There is no time like the present, and Bruckner certainly collapses time. Have you ever wondered why the first movement and the fourth movement of the 5th Symphony seem to start exactly the same? That can also be explained. As I said, there is nothing about Bruckner that cannot be explained, and cannot be explained in a way that does make perfect sense as to why things happened, when they happened. This is quite a bold claim to make, but I have plenty of supporting evidence to back up this claim and show you, and also give you something that is going to empower you and that is going to greatly benefit you, not just in listening to Bruckner, but for life itself. So I invite you to at least try this online course for yourself. You will never find anything out unless you go through the experience. That is also reflected in Bruckner's Ninth Symphony. In fact, it's reflected in all his symphonies and his other creative output as well. That must not be forgotten, because that also reveals so much more about Bruckner. So that is the introduction video. I hope that has whet your appetite to find out more. I will be totally honest here, I have no income. I find myself in a strange land where I do not speak the language, and yet somehow I have survived. This online course is going to provide me with an income so I can put food on the table for myself and 3 cats. It is not going to cost a fortune, and we can do it as pay as you go if it suits you. But if you're struggling with life, if you are suffering with depression, if you are suffering with anxiety, if you have panic attacks, I have been through those experiences. I have come out the other side. It is like that journey through any Bruckner symphony. I would love to help you if you are struggling with life, with this external world. I would love to help pull you through that, pull you out the other side, so you can find that peak of that alpine landscape that exists in your mind. So I'm going to say, as I say at the end of every video on my main channel, which is Dr. Juan 4 Far, and that is unconditional love to you all.